we'll be done by 12:30 at the latest, if not before.
Okay.
On.
Okay. Hey, Lord, TGIF, how's it going?
I am doing great. I don't know why I want to sing that song, You Are My Sunshine. Oh, that song's in my head. Have you ever had a song that just plays in your head and you want to sing it? Well, I don't have a good voice, so if anybody ever when they think about it all day, You Are My Sunshine. But it is Friday. We are so excited. We're doing something a little bit different today. We have a special friend on with such inspiration, and he's just got a lot of information. And I tell you, take notes. And after you're done, you're going to feel like you could do anything. So with that, Debbie, I'm going to have you introduce our friend today.
Sounds great. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I'm excited because I'm right here with two of my, should I say, favorite people. Okay. Friends of mine forever. And I just love it. And, you know, Bill, Lori and I have had all kinds of different things that we've done with Bill throughout the years, you know, and I know Lori and I go back so long, and Bill, we go back like, I don't know, like it's probably about 36 years maybe by now. I don't know. I hate to keep adding the years up, but it's okay because that's okay. So we actually met many moons ago through some personal different friends, and throughout the years, and I think Bill might be frozen. It appears to me, Lord, does he look like he's frozen?
A little bit, yeah.
He does look frozen. Okay. Bill, can you hear us? I don't know if he can. I'm going to continue talking because hopefully he'll just bounce back in. Okay, good. Okay, great. All right. So anyways, we know each other through mutual friends from years past. And what's so exciting that is that Bill has done many things in his life, but he has the same passion that Lori and I have, that we love helping people. So whatever we do, we're doing with that that intent in our heart that we want to make an impact. We want to make a difference. We want to be able to help people and improve different areas of their life. And right now, a lot of us are really focusing, and we have been focusing on our health. We've been focusing on, you know, as we age, we've got to take care of ourselves. We've got to take hold of it. And it's not too late. It's not too late to get yourself back in the groove. You know, and you can reverse some things or enhance things, or at least stop things from progressing. These are a lot of things that can happen. We're going to talk a little bit today with Bill about him being a personal trainer, why he decided to become a personal trainer, and this neurotechnology that, you know, Bill and I both were introduced to at the same time. And by God's grace, I swear that we were in this situation. And I got to tell you, we're going to get to a little bit of a story here about how it all happened. But Lori was one of the first persons I turned around and shared it with. And it's kind of ironic that we're all here together, and we're going to talk on that and a little bit more too about how Bill has got this big passion. Him and his wife have started this, you know, whole website and this whole focus of what they're helping people to be alive after 55. So it's going to be a great talk today, you guys. It's going to be powerful. And like Lori said, get your paper out, get a pen and paper out, or if listen to us again and share this. But with that, Bill, I just wanted to say thanks a lot for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you are in warm, sunshiny Tennessee, and we just want to just say thanks again for sharing. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Debbie, and thank you, Lori. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Am I glowing? Am I glowing with sweat right now?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's hot here in Tennessee, and it's great to be, you know, here with you two. You two are doing an amazing job with your show, and I've watched it in the past, and it looks like you have a lot of fun doing it. That's pretty obvious. So, you know, why you asked me to come here, you know, we're connected, like you said, Debbie, way back, but specifically why you brought me on here is because of something that happened at your house a few years ago. And I'll take you back a little bit further. In 2017, I was in an auto accident. My life was changed drastically in that my soft tissues were messed up, my left side, my hip. But I didn't break any bones. But they say, I learned this after that accident, that those are often the hardest to heal. I went from being a young 55-year-old to an old, I felt like a 70-year-old. And you know, I like to stay fit as you do, Debbie, and as you do, Lori. But it became impossible because of what happened to my body. So after seeing doctors and going through all kinds of stuff, I ended up one night, not for this purpose, at your house, Debbie. And as you know, I want to say the rest is history, but that was the beginning of something so new for us that I can't even begin to say. I was in your basement in so much pain that night. Both my left and the right side were hurting. And there was a chiropractor at your house that day that rocked our world by saying, Bill, what's going on with you? And honest to God, if he had just told me this over the phone, I wouldn't have believed him. But he did a stability test there on the spot on my body. And he said, Bill, you're a mess. Here, we're going to put something on you. And he put this thing on me. Okay. Guys, this is neurotechnology. He put this on me. And no kidding, Debbie is my witness. Within seconds, I went from being someone who couldn't do deep knee bends to being going up and down. I literally was jumping for joy. I go, what did you do to me? What did you do to me? That's what happened. And it was kind of funny. I was at your house for something totally different, but my whole focus, I mean, it's like being healed, right? My whole focus went into something totally different. And I want to just share something positive with you. I know you two, I'm speaking your language, but God doesn't put a challenge into your life for nothing. There's always a divine purpose for what's going on in your life. And I had hit some pretty lows by what I couldn't even tie my shoes without being in pain prior to this, ladies and gentlemen. But because of what happened to me, not only did, as Debbie alluded to, I became a personal trainer, but I also, I had a dream of starting a business called Alive After 55 because I got my life back. And that's what we've started. And I don't want to say too much. I want to just say thanks again for having me on. And then you can ask questions and do what you two do best. But I'll turn it back to you.
Wow. Well, you know what? You get me. I get chills when I think about that evening and how that happened because this gentleman, Dr. Randy Morthland, who was at our house, came with a friend and drove 2 hours, to our house, in my house, and was not even supposed to come. It was like a last minute thing. So it kind of just makes me think like, holy cow. Well, so let me fast forward a little bit forward. And I just want to say that I know, Bill, you look a little frozen to us, but I think you still can hear us. And I know you're outside and that's a great place for you. But, throughout this journey of learning about these products that we have, which Bill showed you a little patch, I got to say that night, not that night in particular, but down the road a piece, Lori and I were planning our 40th reunion and I was very busy. And I looked at Bill and I said, Bill, I trust you. Find out more about what this is. Okay. And he did. And Bill, tell everybody what happened. Cause when I said that to you and then you came back to me a couple times, I know the sequence of our story is kind of, there's so much happening, but remember what happened? Tell everybody what happened.
Well, it's funny because it's been a few years now, but I just remember I got so stinking excited that you were doing a wedding and I went to your house. I literally drove to your house and knocked on your door.
Yeah.
And I said, Debbie, my life since I was at your house a couple of nights ago, it has not been the same. And I literally dropped off some insoles at your house. I said, you've got to try these things. And I know how much into health you are. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's it. And I know how into health you are. And really, it's amazing. Yeah, on the bottom has the pattern that it actually works with your brainstem and actually turns your body on. Basically, your brainstem, which isn't working correctly all the time, it goes into homeostasis. So now your body can work, guys. That's what neurotech is all about. And that's why Debbie smiles and I smile, because you know what? I know what Debbie does for a living. She's on her feet 24/7. Not only is this woman an amazing mom, amazing grandma, but she has her own business and she's on her feet all the time. I don't even know how you do it. And she bicycles 6 miles a day. But I do know this, that since this day that we connected at your house a few years ago, your life has changed and your world has been rocked. But what's very cool is what you have done in paying it forward to people like your friend here, Lori, and you just keep paying it forward. And you know what? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's why you and Lori are such a success, is because you two, it is so obvious that you want to share good news with people. So again, I'm going to turn it back to you, but thanks for this opportunity today.
You know, I want to tag team here, and I want to say, hey, when he stopped at my house and he had borrowed these to me, I didn't wear them right away, you guys. I want to just say this because I didn't know, and I also thought to myself, how can I put these in my shoes and give them back to him? They're gonna smell. That sounds so funny. So he said to me, meet me at McDonald's. Meet me at McDonald's. And I want to do a balance and stability test on you. So I go into McDonald's and I had a skirt on with a pair of heels because we were both supposed to be attending a meeting, but he goes, meet me there first. And he goes, take your shoes off. And he said, stand here. And he showed heels. Me. And he did, yes. Well, I took the heels off first, right? And he did.
I made you take your heels off at McDonald's. I remember that.
Oh yeah, right. The heels, right? He took the heels off, and people are looking at us like, "What are you two doing, right? You two?" And he like literally did this test, and he did this like kind of balance stability test, and then he did the string test where you hold down and you push down, and he did it before, and then he had me stand down there, and I looked at him and I said, "What just happened?" Because I felt the difference in my body. I felt my body just kind of like centering and kind of like, oh my goodness, and I felt good. So taking it a notch forward, because we could stay on here for 2 hours. You gave me 3 patches and you said, here's 3 patches. And you said, see if you can help 3 people with this. And so one of the people I chose is Lori. Lori, do you remember when I put the patch on your arm at my counter?
Right. It was within minutes. I could feel. I could definitely feel different. It was amazing. And once I suffer from a lot of pain, and I started feeling like the pain was going away. It was within minutes and stuff. It was great, but you could definitely feel it. Mm-hmm. It was like she put the patch on and you could definitely feel it going into my body. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And then Debbie had given me some of the insoles.
These guys, too.
Yeah, I love them. Mm-hmm. And I have an issue with balance because of my surgery, and it really helps me a lot. And I wear them in my shoes, and it's great. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Thanks, Laura. And you know what? Here's another thing. I put a patch on my mother-in-law, and she has neuropathy from previous different issues, and I'll tell you what, she slept like a baby that night. So now she wears the socks, she wears the insoles. I have, between the last fast forward from 2019 to now, I have story after story after story, which we could go through so many of them, but I want to say that I want to just point out a couple other items that we have, and then maybe Bill, you could share one of your favorite stories, and Lori and I could share one of our favorite stories of people we know. But a couple other things that this technology is involved in also is a knee brace, and I wear this to sleep, because then it helps keep my knee doing well, because my knee kind of tweaks a little bit, especially from the work I do, but also a cognitive boost sleeve. And the sleeve that I put on my arm, Lori, I know you've got one as well. Maybe you can talk about that in a second. This comes in all different sizes and all different colors. This one right here is a small, and my grandson wears it. He wears it to school. He wears it when he's playing baseball, and he wears it when he's gaming. He'll go, Mimi, where's my sleeve? I'm gaming right now. It helps him focus. This is, and the technology that's in there is slightly different than the technology that's in the other tech, along with, for even more convenience too, we've got socks. This is Mariano's socks that he wears with his school uniform, and the tech is right here at the bottom. That we have that, and then there's sporty looking socks, for convenience, and also, all kinds of like fashion socks. So with that, Bill, I want to just say, Bill, we've touched a lot of lives together, with this technology. Do you have a story that you might want to share about somebody that you can think of that you saw such an impact that it just made your day, why you were placed in this position?
There, like you said, Debbie, we probably have hundreds of personal stories, you and I, that of lives totally changed. Did I just lose you?
No, you're good. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, totally changed. So I'm just gonna my nephew, my one nephew, he was having panic attacks. He was having anxiety. Let's just be real. Right now, our world is in a big anxiety attack, big panic attack, and we've been that way for a little while, right? Well, it his situation was exasperated, I think, by what was going on in this world, to the point where he couldn't even drive to work sometimes or come home. He would pull over on the side of the road and someone would have to come get him. So I just said to him, I said, you know what, let's just try the sleeve on you. You know, the sleeve was created by the CEO of the company for his kids. You know, Debbie just mentioned gaming that her grandson does. Well, that's what it was created for his teenage and college age kids. And then it was found to do so much for your cognitive, just your just everything from paying attention to stuff, your focus. I passed the test. I know to this day, I'm a personal trainer and passed that test that I took with the National Sports Medicine Association because of the sleeve they had on. Because I can tell you right now, there's no way I could have crammed all that information in. So anyways, that sleeve is just one of many products that we have. I have several family members wearing them and just huge impact. The kind of impact that you know that they don't want to go through their day without the product. In all my life, I've sold many different products. I've traveled the world selling products, but I've never seen a product that I've never had to sell if you just try it. Just try the technology with a free trial. We'll give you something to try for free. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, great. But just try it. That's all. There's nothing to lose, and it's so much to gain. So I know I mentioned a few things there, but Debbie, it's pretty hard to narrow it down when there's so many. You know, my niece is another one with the she sleeps through the night because of the sleeve. I mean, go figure that one out. She's off of her medication because she's wearing the sleeve. No more sleeping meds. So anyways, thanks again, and I'll turn it back to you.
Laura, I know we've talked about a few things. How do you feel too with the sleeve when you're wearing it, now that we're on the sleeve subject?
I love the sleeve. You know, I was never diagnosed with ADD or anything, but I have kids that are. So I know it had come from me. And I'm all over the place. And I put my sleeve on and I'm able to get my stuff done. And I'm able to concentrate more. And, you know, I've been keeping thinking I got to order. I have to order one of those small sleeves for my granddaughter. She's going to start in kindergarten. And she suffers with a lot of anxiety. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that works with her. But I do want to mention that the one thing I think that I really love about all these products is they're not expensive. So it's not like you have to, and they last a long time. It's not like you have to buy something every month, except the patches, of course. But it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I remember years ago that chiropractors were coming up with patches for weight loss. So I know these patches have been around for a long time, but they have just perfected that. And that's what's so great about these patches. And you can do research on them and you can find out so many great things about the whole thing with the idea of the neuro. It's amazing. So with that, Debbie, I'm going to bring it back to you.
And I just want to say, Lori, I want to tag team on what you just said about it's so true. Everything is so affordable. And when we all mention about the patches, those are for convenience. You know what I mean? They're very easy. Like one time I was wearing a pair of heels and I could not put the insoles on my heels. I was going to a wedding, so I just put a patch at the bottom of my foot, and I mean, I was fine. You know what I mean? It really helped me. You know, I was a hot mess, you guys, before I was introduced to this. I had aches and pains, carpal tunnel, neck issues, back issues. You know, standing Bill, you mentioned. I mean, I do stand. There's times where I stand in one little space for such a period of time, so it does take a toll on your body. And I got to say, I push myself to the limit, but I push myself to the limit and I don't pay for it anymore. You know what I mean? I know where I can go and I know what I can do. And I've hit exercise like platforms, like I've hit past where I wanted to be, getting up and doing 6 miles, that's, I do that every morning. There's very few mornings I don't, and then I still work my day, where I would have never been able to do that before. The aches and the pains, I would lay in bed with my pain in my legs hurting so much, and that's why I keep the product. I mentioned the knee brace. You do the knee brace because some people say, oh, wear a pair of socks to bed. For me, it's hard for me to wear the socks because I can't have that on my feet sometimes, because in the summer. So anyways, but I just wanted to say that we're going to put links and stuff so that if anybody wants to learn more and understand more. But I want to touch on, for the last few minutes here, I just want to touch on what I'm so impressed about, what Bill, you and Judy, your wife, are doing with this Alive After 55. And you, as you've said, it's kind of catapulted you through becoming a personal trainer, and then having this idea it's full circle. It's like what Lori and I are doing to help people. You're putting so much information on there to actually guide and instruct, and you're going to start having speakers and all this. And so if you can give our audience a little bit of a little infomercial, may I say about it, that would be awesome.
Sure. Okay, so aliveafter55.com is our website. It is not up and active yet because I wanted to get it going first on YouTube. Okay, that's just what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the word out there, get some videos going, and then, as Debbie just alluded, I am going to have speakers. And my first speaker is a healthcare practitioner from Canada. I've already lined her up. She's a personal friend. She's also traveled the world just speaking on health, and she is going to talk, and it's going to be something that no one that meets Marianne, no one that meets her doesn't walk away just feeling like they just met someone who's going to be their personal friend. Right. And she just gives you great information. So one of the things that we're going to do on our website is we're going to be telling you how to eat clean, how to eat healthy. Debbie, you look amazing. And I know for your age, I know you're not going to mind me saying that because we're about the same age. I believe you're 61. I'm almost
60, only 60. Don't put, yeah.
Okay. You're a few months ahead of me. I'm going to be 60 in January. But Debbie, I know you hear this like I do. People look at me and they go, how old are you? I mean, it happens almost every week when people figure it out, because I am so active like you, but that's because of how we live. You can't eat hot dogs and marshmallows and donuts all day and then have energy to perform the tasks that you're doing. You got to put good in, good out is what's going to happen. And so what we're doing with our site is showing people how just tweaking a few things in your life can add years to your life. Right. And make your quality of life skyrocket. I mean, I took care of my mom and dad. My wife Judy and we took care of my parents for a couple of years before they passed away. We moved in, and watching the atrophy in my dad's body and watching the effects of all the medications he was on, just seeing how and my mom too, losing her faculties. I said, I don't want to live that way. I don't want to end my life that way. If there's anything I can do, now the good Lord has his plan for all of us. And so I'm not telling if you're in that situation now, but I don't believe that any one of us can't change where we are today. Right. And I could give you example after example of the things that we changed in my dad's health that would blow you away before he passed away, and it blew the doctors away. So everything can be worked on, and it sounds like you've had some shows on that. So anyways, Alive After 55 is basically, how do you live the rest of your life feeling great and not feeling sorry for yourself? The most expensive party in the world is a pity party. And when I'm down, I don't look down, I look up. And that's the way I live my life. So I just want to say again, I'm just so thrilled to be here with you two today. And I know, Lori, I know you've been through the school of hard knocks. I know some of your story, but you have a smile on your face right now. That's a choice. That is a total choice. And part of your health, a lot of your health, guys, is right here. You know that. It's right here in your head. So.
Yeah. Bill, we are so thankful you were here today. I don't know. I can't say enough about how like you have just lit up, and I hope that everyone who sees this through whatever place you do, whether it's on our, YouTube, on our Facebook, whatever, that you share it with others, because if you can do one takeaway from here, just one takeaway, it's that you can do whatever you want to do. You can make a change. And today's your day. Today's your day. Don't wait till tomorrow or Monday. I hate that whole thing. Well, Monday I'm going to start eating okay. And no, now is your time, because you don't want to waste it. Okay. Now. Right. So anyways, I wanted to say thank you so much for everybody. Just so you know, Bill's going to put some of his links on here. We're going to put some links to the company where you can see the products that we're talking about. And we are ever so thankful for people joining. We've had an epic week. You know that our goal is to hit 1,000, and we're going to be hitting that 1,000. And with that, I want to also say Lori's been so amazing with our I kind of call her our graphic design kind of person. She's helping with us working on getting our YouTube going, because we're going to have our own YouTube, and I know that's going to help blast somewhere. And with that, Lori, I want to turn it over to you to close us out.
Okay, Bill, again, thank you so much. You're such an inspiration. And I just want to say, everyone, have a great weekend. Sing You Are My Sunshine. Keep a smile on your face so you can have a positive attitude. The smile is like $1 million to people. You all have a great weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Guys, bye-bye.